Good morning. My name is Carmen Ferme, and today I'm going to take you through our seminar on managing conflict and confrontation. By a show of hands, how many of you are here because you're hoping to build better communication skills to more effectively handle conflict and confrontation? Wow, everyone. Wow, they named this course well. That being said, let's get right to the heart of things. I should have a lot of answers to my first question. Tell me, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you either see or hear the word conflict? And this is not an orderly room, so you feel free to shout out things as they come to you. Anger? What else? Annoyance? Keep them coming. Tension? Thank you. What else? Fear? Frustration? Good. What else? Someone has to win. Okay, slow down, slow down. This has a lot of words. Thank you. Someone has to win. What else? Miscommunication. Okay. Misunderstood. Anything else? Argument. Okay, let's stop there for just a minute. Now, think about a time that you were in a conflict with someone and you actually managed to come to a resolution. And at the end of that encounter, things were actually better between you and the other party. Now give me some words that come to mind that describe that scenario to you. Progress. Okay, keep them coming. What else? Relaxed. Thank you. What else? Resolved. Okay, support. Trust. Relieved. What else? Win-win. Growing. Learning. Okay, let's stop right there for just a moment. What do you notice is different between the words that you gave me the first time around versus the words that you gave me the second time around? I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Okay, the lady says that the first ones were all very negative and the second ones were much more positive. So let me ask you, is conflict positive or negative? Gentleman in the back. What do you mean it's neither? It can be both? What do you think? Do you all agree with that? Absolutely. Actually, conflict is neither positive nor negative. Conflict is neutral. It only gathers its intonation from the encounter between the individuals that are in that conflict. And it is neither good nor bad. It becomes good or bad based on the way the entire engagement arouse. So, let me ask you this. Why is it, or why do you suppose, that when I first asked you to give me the words that first came to your mind when you hear the word conflict, that so many of them were negatively charged? Can you repeat that for the group? Okay, the gentleman says it's because more often than not, conflicts end up very negative. Let me ask you this. How and when and where did you learn how to deal with conflict? In school? Okay. Is that the first time? Absolutely not. The gentleman in the back of the room, he says you learn to deal with conflict from the time you learn to engage with others, and that is absolutely true. We learn how to deal with conflict at home amongst our siblings. We learn about conflict when we watch other people and how they deal with conflict. And the truth of the matter is, most of the examples that we have seen on how people deal with conflict tend to be negative. Let me do a little game with you. How many squares do you see? And again, you can shout these out, whatever comes to mind. 16? Somebody said 17? 21? 25? 26? 29? Hold on, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, somebody here is lying to me, because how is it possible that this one picture has 16, 17, 21, 25, up to 29 squares? Okay, and y'all stop arguing over there, but this is a typical example of what happens in a conflict. We have one situation and we have a lot of different answers or perspectives. And immediately, as we saw over here in this group, we jumped into right or wrong thinking. The people that thought that there were 16 squares immediately decided that the 17 square group was seeing something that wasn't there. Who was it that said they saw 29 squares? Can you walk me through and show me exactly how you get 29 squares out of this? Because I'm not sure I see it. Okay, first of all, the 16 that are there, okay, plus the entire perimeter, good. Okay, and then what do you mean by 3 by 3? Okay, so you're saying the quadrant, the square, created by 3 at a time, so that would be 18, 19, 20, and 21. Okay, somebody did say 21, so how do you get 29? Okay, then you went to the 2 by 2, so I see 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, I see that. 26 in the center, 27, and then the center on the side, 28, 29. Wait, somebody in the back of the room said there's actually 30. Where do you see 30? Oh, you're right. Absolutely right. Dead in the center. Now here's what happens in a conflict. One situation, a lot of different answers. Notice when I asked the question, I asked, how many squares do you see? So let me ask you now, which one of these is right? You're absolutely right. They're all right, because quite honestly, however many you saw is how many you saw. And every single one of these answers is correct. Now, if I'd ask the question a different way and I'd ask, how many squares are there? Then that would imply that there was what? One right answer that I'm looking for. We are very conditioned in our society from a very early age to be a winner and to be right. This is the way we are conditioned. It takes a very conscious effort to get out of right-wrong thinking and get into more perspective taking. And that's what we are dedicating the remainder of the day to helping all of us to do better.